Hello.
Yeah, hi. So,
Hi.
is tuple and a list is clear for you, right?
Tuple and list is clear. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then our dictionary, that's nothing but which is actually act like the hash table. That's what you told
Right.
exactly like that. Which will comes as a key name, key value pair element, and then it's a mutable. That's nothing but we can able to update the values in dictionary, and we need to construct a dictionary by unique names. Like key names, it should be unique. And then we are having a set that's nothing but a unique element. So set that's nothing but which will actually comes like parenthesis, like parenthesis like a dictionary, but not with key name key value pair. For example, I will be just creating this. So where we are having a multiple repeated values. So it's used to give only unique elements. It won't sort out in any order like ascending or descending. It won't sort out. It will just give in the random manner only. Even it will support string as well as number also. So why we need this kind of set data type? That's nothing but when we are having a list or tuple, whatever itself, that's not an issue. When we are having an array, one simple array, and you are having a lot of repeated words in that array, you want to make it an unique element. So on the time we can able to convert our list data type into our set data type, and our set which is used to give out the unique element. So I will be just creating one list in the name of like something like my list. So we'll be giving the combination of so where we are having a repeated values. So now I want to convert into my list. Again, I want to save into in the name of my list itself. So we'll be giving set of my underscore list. So now we'll be giving my underscore list. Okay, sorry. In this interactive shell, without print or with the print, it will be just comes as an consider as a print of my list only. So we'll be just getting only the unique element. So where we are having a set of things, and again you want to remove that repeated words in array, we can able to convert into set data types. By converting this, we can able to reduce the duplicate values. So this all the data types which we are having with our Python. Simply we are just having this kind of data types. Hello.
So I'm
Ah,
back.
yeah. Is you were disconnected?
No, now I'm okay. Yeah, there was a little disconnection. I think
Okay.
poor internet connection. Yeah.
Oh, so this is like something like set data type. Do you hear that set which is used to remove the duplicate values? When we are having an array like list or tuple, and even in list we are having a repeated words like this, we can able to convert our list data type into set, and we can remove the duplication. For to remove the duplicate values or repeated values, our set data type is mainly using. So whatever we just discussed is a basic introduction about all the data types. What is number, what is string, what is list, what is tuple, dictionary, and a set. We just discuss about the basic overview of the data types. Now we need to start with some advanced stuffs in our data science. In our data types. That's nothing but where we need to start with the dir
Oh,
functions. Hello? Yeah.
okay. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What were you saying?
No, actually, whatever we discuss is the basic data types introduction. Now we need to start with our dir functions, all the inbuilt functions which we can able to apply with one list data, one data type. So once again,
I have one request.
yeah.
Is there something like merging to dictionary or something like that? Are you going to cover that, or is there something like this in Python or no?
Actually, merging two dictionaries is actually possible, but in not we doesn't have the inbuilt functions like that, where we
Got
can
it.
able to apply some straightforward method or something where we can able to merge it, but we doesn't have the inbuilt functions. So we will
Okay.
be just discussing about all the inbuilt functions now. So hope you
Sounds good.
understand the slide where accessing that element, where they used to ask question like this, how you will accessing the element. That's nothing but our indexing or slicing. So
Okay.
changing the element to check the length, all those things. So this all the dir functions where in list we are having only this much of append, clear, copy, count, extend, index, pop, insert, remove, reverse, sort. So shall I move with this like quick overview for all
Sure.
those things? Yeah. So I will
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
just
Sure.
creating, yeah, I will be just creating the list data type. So where dir of x, we will be just getting append in sense something which is getting added towards our list data type. That's what append is. So append where you are adding only one element, it simply go and added in the last, like an extend. But you can able to add one complete list in append. So when we are making something like this, it will create another list in our parent list. So it is something like a nested list. It will create a nested list. So that's what append is. When we are adding only one element, it will simply go and add in the last one. So it will just looks like a normal list. But when we are adding the group of elements in append, it will create an another list inside our parent list. So it's known as a nested list. So here we will be just going x index. I want to check the index position of 2. Actually, it will comes as 1, because Python is an interpreter. It will start to count from 0. So it will just to go here, you found the 1 and then you found the 2. So it will give the index position of 2. We doesn't have anything, any other options to found out this. So I will be just going ahead. Index position of 8. So 8 is an index position of 8 and 9 is the index position of this 2. So x of 10, when I am just giving this, we will be getting the complete list which is appended. We will be just a complete list. So when you are append one list to our parent list, the appended list will be considered as one index position. Okay, here it won't consider this as a 10 and 11. It won't consider the every list elements will be considered as a one index position. So this is known as a nested list. So inside this nested list, if you want to access the element, so for example, from x of 10, I want to access the 0th element. Like this way, we can able to access the elements. This is what our nested list is. Here I just attached some examples for our nested list also. See? So append nested list. These two things. Okay. Is it clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So the next thing is extend. Extend, that's nothing but it will just extend the list. Even you are adding a list itself, it will give each and every element as a separate elements. That's nothing but a separate index. It won't works like our list. So even this will be 11, this will be 12, this will be 13, like this. So that's what the difference between our append and the extend. Append, which is used to make something like inheritance, that's nothing but nested list kind of stuff. Extend, it will simply extend our list data type. That's it. and then index, which is used to found the index position of something, and then clear, which is used to clear out our list. So it will print the empty list. And then here we have copy. So here we have a two ways of copies. So where we have x, I'm just,
Sorry, I have a quick question.
yeah.
So let's say if I have an appended list,
Okay.
And I want to clear the child list.
Okay.
Can I use clear to do that or no?
No, when we are applying a clear, for example, x dot clear,
It will clear everything.
Everything. But still we having another option. Wait, I'll just execute this again. So now you want to clear the child one. So where you can apply a delete x of 10, the index position. I think it's now 9. So actually where I gave a 10, but actually we are having only 9 index position. That's why I got an index error. So by this delete, we can able to delete the index position. Else we can pop it out simply applying a pop. The last element will be got removed. We can able to use remove also, but I will explain the after explaining the remove. I will explain the difficulties in that.
Okay. So what's the difference between remove and delete? I'm just curious.
Delete where you are giving that index position. Remove, we will be giving the value. For example, we'll just append one string. So now I want to remove this. Yeah, see, when I'm just giving the complete string without the list, each and every sequence will be considered as a different elements. That's what our extent is. The same thing if I am giving with append, the difference. So when it comes to remove, I am just giving the, we need to give the value here. But delete, we need to give the index position. And pop also we can able to give the index position. Otherwise it will remove the last element. That's what the pop remove, the two things. So for example, when I'm just giving x dot pop, it is used to remove, just pop it out the last element. Instead of what we can give is, I can give the index position. For example, 1. So 1 index position is 2 here. So 2 will be pop it out. Okay. So the next thing is copy. That copy, that's nothing but where we are just copying one element to another element, where we have a two ways. So where I'm just creating y is equal to x. So now y value also the same element, x value we are having the same. The another way is x dot copy using the inbuilt function. So z will be getting the same element. So what's the difference between this method and this method? That's nothing but id of y, id of x, and id of z. Okay, see, id of y and x are same. When we are directly assigning one variable to another variable, actually this variable, it won't copy anything. It will be in the same memory location of the another variable. So these two are in the same memory location. But when we are using the copy inbuilt function, actually it is used to create one separate memory location with the same element. It will just copy and paste. It won't copy paste this method. It will just create one variable in the same memory location. So changes which we are making in y will affect x and vice versa. But the changes which you are making in z or you are making in y or x, it won't affect the z. So this is the difference between this inbuilt function and this one. And this method.
So,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So I'm thinking when you do x is equal to y, you're pointing to same location versus the
Yes.
dot copy is like making a new memory location.
Yeah. It's something like a temporary memory location. The temporary variable, sorry.
Right.
So creating a temporary that variable, we are declaring the thing as a shallow copy. When we are just completely making the separate memory location with the same element, which is known as a deep copy. This notes I will be sharing laterly. Just now I'm just giving the glance. And then the examples for this, and count which is used to count how many hatches are there, how many A is there, how many L is there, those kind of stuff. And then extend we completed. Index, which is used to get the index position of the particular value. Insert, so append and extend, I hope the difference is clear. Now insert.
Yes.
Insert is something where the index position and the value. Now see, in first index position, the India got inserted. That's what our insert is. Append, in finally it starts to add. Extend, which is even the sequence itself, it will extend and added in the final index. But insert, where we are giving an index position and one value to be inserted. That's what our insert is. And then pop, remove, we just discussed. And then reverse, which is used to reverse the direction. So for example, we having an x, and now x dot reverse, it will just comes in this order. So why we actually need a reverse, I'll be just telling you. I will be creating another one variable. For example, one sorry, where we are having something like this, where I am applying sort. It's used to give in the ascending order. Now you want to make it in a descending order, we doesn't have an inbuilt function. Instead of, we can apply the reverse. So it will change the order. Like after sorting out, if you want to change the order, we can able to apply the reverse. So this
And
all,
correct me if,
yeah.
sorry, and correct me if I'm wrong. When I'm using sort, I
Ah,
have to use either all numbers or all strings, something like that, right? I cannot use a mix of number and string.
yeah, we can't able to use that because the sort internally it is performing with the greater than less than thing. So we
Mm-hmm.
can't able to compare our string with the numbers and numbers with the string. So for that perspective, either we can use a string, else we can able to use the integer.
But reverse works on both.
Yeah, reverse works on both like this.
Right.
Okay, that's it. So we are having this possibilities of our list. Actually, the main important thing in our data analytics is creating a matrix, like two-dimensional, three-dimensional, four-dimensional, whatever itself. We need to create a matrix. So creating a matrix in list, it won't convenient. Even we can able to use some shortcut ways to create a matrix, but we can't able to calculate mean, median, all those things. We doesn't have a inbuilt functions for this. Only this much of inbuilt functions we can able to go ahead. We will be discussing about this magic function. What is double underscore? We will be discussing about this double underscore with our oops concept. So to come ahead with some disadvantages in this list, actually they created the library called NumPy. That's nothing but a numerical Python, which is a very important thing in image analytics. We will be discussing about NumPy in our data after the statistics theory concept. Simply, I'm just telling like some disadvantages of this list data type, which is overcome in our NumPy concept. So the next thing is our tuple, where we already knew what is tuple. It's a static one, so we doesn't have a too much of functions. Only we have two functions with ours: count and index. So count, which is used to count how many one is there or two is there, like that. Index, which is used to find the index position of 3 or 4, whatever itself. Only these two we are having. So any
And we
doubts?
cannot do append or anything on tuple.
No, we can't do, because the tuple value we can't able to update, right?
So basically, tuples I will only use if I'm hard coding the values in the code, right?
Yes.
I cannot use the dynamics. Okay.
No.
Okay. Can you give me some example, like why I would use? Oh, okay, I can understand. If you're, I feel it's very much like constant, where you need to put it in the hard coded
Yes.
way.
For example,
Right.
when we are getting a values from HTML, it will be
Mm-hmm.
always considered as a listed data type, because HTML values, it's always be an updatable, like it's a dynamic one. But when it comes to something like PDF or JSON also, which will comes as a listed data type, PDF values mostly it will comes in a tuple format, because PDFs are something which where we can't go and update one particular stuff. Once it was converted to PDF, actually we need to use some other tools, right? So when you are extracting some values from PDF, it will be considered as a tuple data type. So it depends on the situations, depends, it will be considered as a list or tuple, but mostly 95 percentage the values which we are handling will be comes in a list or JSON.
I see.
So our next stuff is, shall I move to next?
I would say this is enough for today. How about that?
Okay, sorry, I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, no
No worries.
issues, no worries. Then I will be sharing all this data with you, and I will be sharing you, 1 second please, where I'm whatever I am sharing, this is only for hands-on purpose. I'm not giving you too much of exercise as of now. After sometimes, once we completed up to this questions, all this 68 HTML, once we did, actually we are having this 100 plus questions. This we will be I will be sharing this after our maybe once we completed all the Python basics, I will be sharing, where you need to write a program that calculates and print value according to the given formula, like this kind of complex stuffs which we will be sharing after the 100 percentage of Python got completed, the basic Python. So as of
Very good.
now, I will be sharing you, I think basic of Python, that's nothing but input, output, variables, string, list, tuple,
Yeah.
and then the things in exercise.
Yeah. You can give me dictionary exercise also. If I do it properly, then you don't need to teach me. You can skip.
Okay, then I will be I
Right.
will be sharing all these things,
Okay.
because this all if else for loop, only those things. You will just have a look at on this.
Okay.
Okay, okay then. I will be sharing the mail.
Thank you.
Okay. So next week, Thursday, your time, we will be meeting. The
Very good.
same. Okay. Okay. Okay, Hussein. Thank you.
So next week, Thursday, correct?
Yeah, Thursday. Correct.
Just like today. Today
Yeah,
is
just like
Thursday.
today. Yeah, just like today.
Okay.
So next week, we'll have a
Okay.
4 days.
4 days, correct.
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. Okay, Hussein. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.